let's talk about belts. So belts are one of the key accessories when it comes to the importance of accessories. Belts are up there. I find that belts completely change your outfit, kind of how it looks, and that is why I think it's so important to get belts right. I don't think it matters, say, as much if you get a pair of earrings wrong, but if you get a belt wrong, I feel like it throws the whole outfit off balance. So I wanted to dedicate a video today to the do's and don'ts of belts, how to wear them, when not to wear them, and hopefully this will be a comprehensive guide for you, a foundation of belts, let's say, because I'm sure there's a lot more I can explore with belts. Even as I was filming it, I thought there's a lot more I can do here, but these are the fundamental basics. So I've actually been acquiring quite a few belts recently because I find them so key to my kind of capsule wardrobe that I've got and those staple pieces. A belt can really alter the look of an outfit and can really elevate it as well. So I have been making a few investments. So I've got a couple of belts I want to show you today from Harvey Nichols. So this is my first one. It's this Loewe. It's a very thin belt. It's Loewe and it's got the little gold buckle here. Kind of just clips in, and that's what makes it so versatile. You could pop it around a dress, you could pop it around a jacket like I'm doing here. So that is the first one I've got. And the first part of today's video is actually sponsored by Harvey Nichols because they have the most amazing rewards program when you shop with them. So it's been newly relaunched. It's called HN Rewards, and it's basically their loyalty program. Part of the benefits is you get cash back when you spend either online or in store as well. That's important to note. It's Harvey Nichols here in Manchester. You get cash back. So basically you're getting rewarded as you shop. I mean, who doesn't want that? Another reward you can get is like selectable, personalized rewards, which can include money off your favorite brands. So you get to cater the rewards program towards you. So you can click on the link right in the description box. It will take you straight there, and the more you spend, the more you move up the levels. So for every pound you spend, the more rewards you're gonna gain, basically. So here is another belt I picked up from there. They have such a good range of designers, from pieces that are slightly lower price point right up to brands like Loewe, like the belt I'm wearing here. So this is from a brand called Anderson that they have on there. I think this was around £90. It will be linked below to shop. But it's this lizard effect leather belt. You'll be seeing close-ups of this throughout the video actually. But I just thought this was something I'm really kind of missing in my wardrobe. I want a proper brown belt. I don't have an actual brown belt. I've got one that's like a kind of light brown, but not like a just proper chocolatey brown belt. I feel like every summer I'm kind of wanting one, but never ended up getting one. So I thought now was the perfect opportunity, whilst I'm kind of upping my belt game, accessories game, to add this. And the reason I went for the Loewe one in the green is because I'm kind of wearing a lot of these greeny shades. I've got quite a lot of the core colors now. I've got my brown one. So I thought just by adding a bit of color in, I can tie it in with my greens, but also it can pop against like white trousers like I'm wearing now. Denim it'll look great with, and just feels a little bit different and a little bit summery as well. So that's why I went for those. And slightly off topic, but I had to show you these because they're so good. This is now my second pair of ancient Greek sandals, and I'm just obsessed with them. I have been eyeing up the gold pair for a long time now, and I saw that Harvey Nichols stocked them. So I was like, add to basket. I got them true to size as well, and they fit really nicely. They're this gold braided leather and they look so cool. And like I said, this is my second pair now, so tried and tested, and I'm really looking forward to wearing these all summer. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out to those, and I might even do a kind of what's new in my wardrobe soon. Let me know if you want to see that, so I can go into depth about a few new pieces as well. So it's really easy. Click on the link below, get signed up to the rewards program. I always find when you're shopping slightly higher price point pieces, slightly more designer pieces, it's always nice to feel like you're getting something back and getting benefits. So the Harvey Nichols reward program is a great one for that. So let us get on to belts now. I'm going to do a breakdown of everything. So I've broken this video down into 3 kind of fundamental categories. The first one is how to determine the size of your belt. The second category is all about balance, colour balance, and proportions balance. And the third is all about occasions. And then the final bit of the video is showing you when you don't need a belt, because I think that's also quite an important one to consider as well. Sometimes we put a belt on and it doesn't really need it. So hopefully this video will help you with any belt conundrums. So how to determine the size of the belt. The first outfit I'm showing you my don't with this outfit. So I'm wearing a head to toe linen, very light summery look. And here we have, by contrast, quite a heavy, very oversized, big belt. This is from Zara several years ago. I just think this is such an obvious demonstration of how it just doesn't go together. It's too much with this lightweight fabric. So by contrast, what I think this outfit needs is something a bit slimmer, like this Loewe belt. So from the cutaways, from the kind of before and after, you can see how much better the outfit looks with this lighter belt. So when thinking about what size of belt do I pair with my outfit, a really good thing to consider is your fabrics. Are you wearing something really summery, breezy, lightweight? Because if so, you don't want a black leather belt. You want something lighter. You want to consider something thin as well. So really think about those fabrics. By contrast, say if it was evening and you wanted to go for a velvet look in winter, a really chunky statement belt would complement that nicely, whereas I think a thinner belt might get lost in the fabric. So think about the rest of your outfit when it comes to determining the size of your belt. Do you have on lots of accessories? Do you have a necklace on? Do you have sunglasses on? Do you have a hair clip in? Do you have a bag with some jewelry on? What have I not mentioned? Do you have some statement earrings on? You really need to consider the rest of your accessories, I think. Not even your outfits, more your accessories. How many accessories are you wearing, and does that warrant a big belt? So for example, I've got this really simple outfit on here. White t-shirt, white trousers, and I've also got on necklace, earrings, sunglasses, hair clip. So we've got quite a lot going on, and I've just put on this very big oversized belt with it. And again, it's too much for all the accessories we've got on. So I'd say maybe more if we had no other accessories on with this outfit, it perhaps would have gone better. But because we've got the necklace and the earrings, we've got a lot going on, we need a thinner belt just to kind of tone it all down. Otherwise, I just think it looks, I don't know, it's too much, isn't it? So a thinner belt is definitely something to consider if you have more accessories, and vice versa. So what I've done with this outfit is swap it for the Anderson belt, the thin belt, just reiterating the fact that because we've got a necklace on, we don't need a really oversized belt. Otherwise, I feel like they compete too much with each other, whereas now the belt's a lot more understated and each piece can speak for itself. So let's move on to my rule number 2, and it's all about balancing. I feel like a broken record, but balancing is, for me, the key factor to everything when it comes to style. Also, I just realised I'd not mentioned that I've had my hair cut, but I had my hair cut this morning. It feels so much bouncier and fresher. I feel like I should acknowledge that because I know a lot of you will notice that it's quite short compared to what it was. Anyway, back to balancing. I do really think it's the key to everything, and you can balance with either proportions and the shapes of your outfit, and you can balance with colour, and you can bring those together. So let's talk about if you're wearing quite a lot of pattern and a bold colour. So I've got this skirt on here. It's very bold, patterned, bright, jazzy skirt. And for me, I think a thin belt would really get lost within this skirt. There's a lot going on, and I feel like for the belt to stand out, it needs to have a bit of something of its own. So what I've done is brought in the belt from the previous outfit that I showed you that didn't work in that outfit, and I wanted to show you how it would work in another outfit. So I've got this big chunky blue belt on with the blue pattern skirt. The colours tie really nicely in with each other. They balance each other out with the blues, but also I think the belt doesn't get lost within that pattern. So if you are going for something bright, colourful patterned, maybe think about how you could incorporate a chunkier belt to balance out that brightness and boldness of the patterns that you're wearing. And this outfit is also very much an example of balancing shape. And I do think you need to balance both colour and shape pretty much in all your outfits at the same time together, but this is definitely showing you how to balance proportions as well, because I think with a chunkier belt you need something a little bit more wide and flowing at the bottom. I think if you had a really tight skirt on, or even like a slip skirt or something, the chunky belt would feel, I don't know, a bit overwhelming and a bit off balance against a more delicate skirt. So because it's slightly wider, it's slightly more A-line and flowy, the chunkier belt just feels a little bit more balanced with all that fabric. And again, it doesn't get lost within the fabric and within the wider shape of the skirt. So I want to show you as well how you can balance the colours and proportions with trousers and what kind of does work and what doesn't work. So the next outfit, we've got this all white look on, some straight trousers, t-shirt, white heels, and then I've gone and put this big oversized belt on. So let's talk about proportions and let's talk about shapes. So here we've got the slimmer fit trousers on with this very bold belt, and I just feel like there's not enough balance for the belt. It feels too much in the center. Everything is drawn to the center of the outfit, particularly with the colors, but also the shape of these trousers. There's no balance at the bottom or around the legs or thighs. It's all central with that big belt in the middle, and it really just feels overpowering, overwhelming to the outfit. By contrast, what you need is something wider. If you're going for a bigger, bolder belt, I really think you need to balance it out with wider leg trousers or the wider shape skirt. I just feel like it creates a kind of evenness to the outfit. So I've gone for these black wide leg trousers, and they just add that balance. I hate to keep banging on about it, but I do think it's so crucial, and I also think it applies in so many different ways, so it's nice to break down things individually. But these wide leg trousers balance out the chunkier oversized belt quite nicely, and as do the shoulder pads in this white t-shirt. So that's a really easy way to wear your wider, bigger belts. So I also just wanted to touch on occasions and knowing what belt to wear for what kind of occasions. So just for example, I think if you had a workwear outfit and you were looking to put a belt with it, I think a really nice option would be a slimmer belt. So something like this Loewe one or the Anderson one, which I'm showing you in the cutaway. Something slimmer and finer, just feels a little bit more professional. It's less kind of fun and bold and out there as a belt in itself. It's sleek and refined, slim, and it's just kind of understated. And I think that's what you want to look for in workwear rather than anything really jazzy, because by contrast, I'll show you this other belt, which is a kind of plaited gold. The black is quite shiny, it's a bit more evening-like, and I just feel like it takes over from the outfit. It's not very understated, and it feels a bit too fun for a workwear outfit. So definitely keep along the lines of something more understated, no buckle that's too glitzy and out there, and something a bit more polished, refined and slimlined like this for workwear. And by contrast, the same applies for more dressier outfits. If you did want to use your belt as a key accessory or the focal point of your outfit, you could definitely do that more for kind of weekends or going out. I think having a statement belt on really can transform your whole outfit, especially if, like me, you wear quite simple pieces. To go for kind of a jazzier belt in the evening really transforms the look. So those are my 3 fundamental tips that I think you should apply to your own wardrobe when considering belts. Now here's a few different examples of outfits of when I really don't think you require a belt, and I think that's just as important to know as what belt to pick for your outfit. So the first one, I think, is any kind of loose short dress that's a little bit wide. I really don't think it needs a belt. And the reason being, I'll show you in the cutaways very clearly, is that it creates a bit of a bunching when you've got a short dress, especially looser fabric. And it kind of can make your hips look a lot wider, adds the fabric, and fabric gathers in the wrong places. And I just feel like it takes away from what the dress is doing and creating, which is a nice, flowy, easy breezy effect. And I think particularly when it's short, it doesn't work because the fabric does create that bunched up. Whereas if your fabric is longer and flowing, I think it doesn't matter. I think the fabric kind of pulls down enough to not look kind of all bunched up and short. That's one thing I don't think you need a belt for. Another thing is something that's maybe got a ruched waistline, like these green linen trousers I've got on. I really don't think it requires a belt. We've got this black belt on with it, I'm showing you here. It just feels so overwhelming and heavy, and I think if anything is ruched already, that is what your belt does. That's providing already that cinched in feel that a belt creates on its own. So you don't need to add a belt on top of that because the garment is not made for a belt. It's made already to cinch you in and create that effect, especially if it's like a thick ruching like these green trousers. And finally, we kind of touched on this, but I definitely think if you've got a bold necklace on, you definitely don't need a belt. I feel like they just compete. I think you could have a slimmer necklace on, but I do tend to stay away from a necklace and a belt at the same time, even if it's a fine one, because I do just feel like it looks a bit much. So I think if you've got a big statement necklace, you definitely need to avoid a belt at the same time. Choose one or the other. So I hope that's been useful for you today. If it has, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to know what more you'd like on these kind of things, what tips you'd like, more tips on belts or other things. And don't forget to sign up to the Harvey Nichols rewards program as well. Really easy to do and you can reap the rewards. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.